What's going on YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys for coming back for another video here in Central North Carolina. Today's going to be a little bit of a different video. We're going to let someone else kind of lead this one. More on that in just a minute. Real fast, before we jump into this video, I have to give a big shout out to Aaron and Wendy. Both of them are the last two people to become channel members. And what they did was they unlocked the ability to not only have some certain features on the channel. You'll see some of this in live stream, some of these in the comment section, but on the main page, you'll be able to see now all of the pictures of the supporters of the Mr. Ferguson Lawn channel. So thank you so much to Aaron and Wendy, and to all the channel members. If you're interested, that link will be below. You can click on it, you can check it out. It may be for some, it may not be for others. Thank you to those that choose to say yes. Also, we want to keep reminding you over and over again, 6,500 subscribers here on this channel, we're going to be having a giveaway of 5 items. Flow Zone Cyclone brand new backpack sprayer, Sprayer Plus 2-gallon backpack battery powered sprayer, and 3 bags of Yard Mastery fertilizer, Freedom, Flagship, and Stress Blend. So you may be able to see the pictures here. So stay subscribed. Commenting will give you the best chance. So stay subscribed and stay connected so you know which video that you need to subscribe to and comment on. So today, guys, I wanted to address something that I noticed in the last video. And we had not most people, but several people that said, you know what, Mr. Ferguson, I'm not sure if I'm buying into the biostimulants. I think some of this is snake oil. You should just save your money. I don't know if this stuff truly works. It's not for me. My lawn does just fine without it. So basically, it's this idea that maybe this stuff is just to sell you a bunch of crap and take your money, and it doesn't really do anything for the lawn. Well, we've addressed this before, but maybe we need to do it again. And to help us out, my friend, the Lawn Care Nut, did a wonderful video that's going to show you, not just talk to you, not read you bullet points like I did with the RGS video. We're going to show you. He's already done this, so there's no need for me to do it when he's already conducted this test. I'm going to show you a video and cut it down to as short of a time that I can. The link to that full video will be in the description below, but he is going to show you just how impactful biostimulants can be in helping your lawn.
With that, we're going to get right into it. We're going to start with one that's going to get water only, and then all the rest will get the treatments that you see here. So I'm going to go ahead and get them all planted and get them treated, and we'll go from there.
So I'm not able to play his background music on this video, but what you're watching Alan do is he's preparing these St. Augustine plugs. He is mixing 1 gallon. There's the control of 1 gallon. He just dips it in water and plants it in straight sand. Now you see he's doing 1/2 ounce in a gallon of water of CK, and then he moves on to 3 ounces of RGS. He mixes the gallon in the 5-gallon bucket, dips the plant, plants it in sand. So the test is literally over, I think he said 28 days. You know, which one, what happens? Is water just as good as the rest of them? Now clearly you see he's done multiple products here. Here he's just giving each of them 1 cup, 8 ounces of water each, and then he let rainwater take it from there. Being he's in Florida, they all got plenty of rainwater there in Florida. So sorry about that. I wanted you to be able to hear him talk, but because of the music, now back to him.
All right, y'all, so here we are back again. It is 25 days since we planted these. This is St. Augustine grass this time, and so 25 days should be plenty of time to show plenty of roots, and we'll talk about the top growth. I have not watered these even one time. We've had enough rain overall that they have not needed any water, so there's been no outside intervention on my part at all. To start off here, if we're looking at the top growth, the water only looks to be looking really good. It did get some stolons pushing across, and it actually is almost as good as the CK and the RGS. The CK actually seems to have the most top growth, the longest stolons pushed. RGS a very close second, then the water only. For right now, let's get into just digging these out, and let's take a look at the roots and see which one did the best. Now let's move on to these two here, because these are the two that have the sea kelp in them, and these were the two I was most interested in. We'll go first to the CK, and this had by far the most stolon growth. Remember, when we're trying to grow warm season grass, yes, we want roots, but we also want stolons, because as you can see here, the stolons also push roots. So that this stolon here grew crossed and pushed deep roots at the same time. So that's the CK's magic. The other thing is the tap roots look thicker. So there's a lot of like fibrous, hairy roots, but there's these ones that dive straight down and deep. This has the most of those straight down diving, thick, white tap roots. Quite a bit more. It's deeper and it has more of those thick, white diving tap roots than the water only. So CK, and it has a lot more stolon growth. So CK is a definitive help. CK definitively is better than water only. RGS, and what I want to do now is look at this because this has sea kelp plus humic, and we've already kind of determined that sea kelp, or that humic, is kind of a nothing. It doesn't really help when it comes to rooting and shooting with this. But we do have the sea kelp in here. So what I want to do now is I'm going to go to another clip where I compared the sea kelp concentrations with the app rate that we used for the CK versus the app rate that we used with the RGS. All right, y'all, I wanted to break in here real quick because I should have done this math for you earlier, and this is a little bit more advanced, but those of you that have been around for a while will appreciate this. Why am I seeing CK do so much better or better than the RGS when both have sea kelp? Well, that's where the concentration of sea kelp in the mix, because remember, these are concentrates, so the concentration of sea kelp in here and then extrapolate it out through the app rate is going to tell you how much actual sea kelp are we getting. And so remember, this is a 50% solution, so 50% of the CK, that is all sea kelp, 50% of it, and then the application rate is 1/2 ounce per gallon of water, and then remember I dipped the plug in there. The RGS, this is only 3% concentrated, so you have 50% concentrated sea kelp and only 3% concentrated sea kelp. Now the app rate here is more, it's 3 ounces per thousand, and when you extrapolate that out, actually this is still less sea kelp on the ground. So I'll put up on the screen now to show you, but basically when you use CK at the recommended app rate, and again we just dipped into that, you end up with 0.25 ounces of actual total sea kelp in the mix. When you use the RGS, and I use the low rate of 3 ounces per thousand, when you do that, you end up with only 0.09% of the overall mix being sea kelp. So that's why the CK does better. It's just a more concentrated mix. So my advice going forward is if you're gonna use RGS when you're doing a seeding or a sodding to drive roots or a plugging, just use, and you have RGS, you don't have to buy sea kelp CK separately. I mean, you could, but really just use RGS at the higher rate. Bring this up to the 6 ounce per thousand rate, which will put you a little bit closer to what you have here. And then again, do 2 applications of this one, whereas with this one, you'd probably only need 1. So that's just kind of how you balance things out when you're on a budget and you start getting a little bit more advanced. Then you start learning how to read labels and extrapolate concentrations out over to application rates. With that, let's get right back to the results of this video. Okay, so now that we can see that, we can see though that we do have some pretty decent rooting here. We did get the deepest. This is the only one that grew deep enough to get outside of its pot. So we did get the deepest and you know, pretty fibrous, a lot more stolon growth here than the water only. Water only did good with stolon growth, the RGS a lot more stolon growth, but I would say that the root systems look similar. Remember, this is the only one RGS that dove all the way down and got out of its pot. But other than that, density-wise, they look very, very similar. So I'll let you glean from that what you want. I continue to use RGS as my base layer biostimulant, again, because I want all of those stolons as well as I want the deeper roots. But it looks to me, if you're just caring about roots and stolons and you want to get something that you can use for roots and stolons straight up, it's definitely the CK.
So as you can see in that test from Mr. Alan Hain, again, big shout out to him. Go check out the full video. It's fascinating. You can see why he started with some and only ended up with the humic, the CK, and the RGS at the end. I had to shorten it. I don't want to completely rip off all of his content. Please go check out the video, give it a thumbs up. But you see, it's clear results. This biostimulant of CK, RGS, even the humic, it does make a difference compared to a water-only experiment that he did right there in his lawn. You see the stolon growth on the top end. Now, we talked about visually, can we see the effects of biostimulants? And he saw visually the stolons of that warm season grass begin to expand outward, more so than just water only. The clear winner, as you heard him say there, was CK. And so though there is some sea kelp in RGS, he then went on to give you math about why the 50% concentrate of CK did much better than the lower 0.09 or so percent of the RGS. So you would have to use more, but he absolutely loves it. I love RGS. Many in the RGS video has commented that they have seen a difference. So whether you're warm season grass, whether you're cool season grass, there it is. To me, it's clear as day. I'm not going to back a product that doesn't work, and he's showing you right there visual evidence of deep, thicker roots. And noticeably on the CK, the thicker roots, it's like they just fattened up and they had more little, the tap roots he's talking about, hairy fibrous roots. When the stolons were going out, they're developing roots, and so it's just advanced growth. You're growing the grass a little bit quicker for the root health stimulant, right? It's helping to just a little bit faster than what water alone would do. It's like I said, it's like you're taking your plant to the gym. He's bulking up a little bit quicker than on just water alone. So I hope this has been helpful. Again, a very big shout out to Alan Hain and his content there. That is awesome. Check him out. Subscribe to his channel. He always does fun experiment, and I would love to do such an experiment here on our own to test that theory. So we may do that this spring. Let me know if you're interested in content like that. I think it's really fun, really cool, like he mentioned. So be sure to check out that full video. God bless you. Hope you enjoyed this one. Be sure to subscribe. Don't forget about the giveaway and all that good stuff. And make sure you like the video as well. If you're interested in channel memberships, you can check that out below. And also, again, one last time, go check out the Lawn Care Nut and his channel. God bless you guys. We'll see you on the next lawn care video.